We're turning to France now, where a highly divisive bill which could allow single and lesbian women to access fertility treatment has been approved by France's lower house of parliament. Now, currently, only heterosexual couples are allowed to seek medically assisted reproduction methods such as IVF, that's in vitro fertilization. The bill was a campaign promise from the President Emmanuel Macron and has faced strong criticism in the country from conservative groups. It's got a journey still to go, though. It still needs a green light from the upper house before it can become law. With more on this, joining me in the studio is Euronews' correspondent, Oliver Whitfield-Miocic. Oliver, I mean, this is a controversial piece of legislation. What exactly is going to change here? How significant are we talking?
This is hugely significant for France. France is a very socially conservative country. You know, this isn't something that especially the Catholic associations, especially the more conservative people, see as part of the fabric of family life. Having a father is forefront of that. But this could potentially open up IVF treatments to 2,000 more women, according to France's health minister. It could see single women and lesbian couples having the ability to conceive children for the first time legally here in France. Currently, they've got to travel to other countries such as Belgium or Spain, and that puts a huge amount of strain on those families and on those single women.
Yeah, and I think you're mentioning there that the groups who might have found this particularly concerning. What has the reaction been, particularly from conservative religious groups in the country?
Well, it has been split. Conservative religious groups are not happy. They say that fathers play a very, very important role inside the family model, that there needs to be that father figure there at certain points. The French Catholic Families Association was telling me on the phone this new bill would see sperm having to be bought by these lesbian couples and by single women in order to conceive, and they see that as the commercialization of childbirth. So they are really not happy about this. They have planned for a big protest in Paris on the 6th of October, where they say that they're expecting a few 100,000 people to turn out onto the streets to show their displeasure, along with 20 other conservative groups. But then on the other hand, you've got the people who are affected by this who are overjoyed with it. Earlier on, I was speaking to the Association for Gay and Lesbian Parents and Future Parents, and this is what they had to say to me.
Many of my friends, in fact, had to go abroad and still have to go abroad, either Belgium or Spain. And in a way, that will be the law will provide quite a relief, because in terms of cost, at first, but not only in terms of cost, it is a question of equality and being certain that they can benefit from the French medical system as any other woman. It is, in a way, to be safe in their journey to parenthood.
So that association there, you can see, very, very happy. But they were saying to me earlier on, this is long overdue and it still doesn't go far enough to address the differences that there will be for lesbian women and for gay men. Gay men who are in a couple cannot go to a surrogate mother and get her to use IVF because that is still outlawed in France. So they say it's a brilliant first step into reducing some of that discrimination, but there is still a very long way to go.